Hi guys, welcome to another professional Dota commentary. I'm ScreenguardGuy.
And this is Jack Attack, and we are back with another Pro Dota commentary. This time featuring two Indonesian teams.
Yep. Okay, Deperruku and Vinet, two very strong Indonesian teams. We'll be unpausing in 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we don't have, this is all picks, so we don't have the pick and ban analysis for you, but we do have some very interesting picks. We've got a Night Stalker, we have a Earthshaker, Windrunner, a Witch Doctor, and a Chaos Knight on Sentinel's side. We have a Sven, my favorite hero, a Silencer, an AA, a Crystal Maiden, and a Pandaren Brewmaster. Yes, that is correct, on the Scourge side. So we were just talking about these picks a bit earlier, and I'm a little bit apprehensive about the Silencer because, well, Silencer is great. His last word will be able to disrupt the Earthshaker very much so. Night Stalker will definitely be disrupted. I don't think it's going to come down much to team fights where his last word will be more of an advantage. Rather, it will be ganks. And you've got chain stuns coming in from this Chaos Knight. You'll have Chaos Knight combined with the Earthshaker, combined with the Witch Doctor. It's a very powerful combo, especially with the Windrunner, who's also a very natural ganker. So I'm a little unsure about this Silencer pick, but still, I love it when teams pick Silencer, so I will be rooting for Deperruku. Also, they pick Sven, and any team that picks Sven instantly is my favorite team. Okay, we have a Windrunner who's going to be getting a Ring of Protection, some Clarities, and they're just going to be roaming a little bit. Smoke. Okay, Witch Doctor's going to be played as a support. He's already bought wards. Already planted one very offensive ward over here in the Scourge jungle, just to help the top lane. You'll be able to see any ganks coming in from the river.
And we'll also block that
That creep
spawn there.
And they're off. We're going to have a tri-lane at the bottom with the Witch Doctor, Chaos Knight, and the Earthshaker. This is a 3-stun lineup very early on. We're going to be looking at them for some good first blood. Pandaren Brewmaster, he has placed a ward down, so he's very wary of those ganks. And the mid is going to be Silencer and Night Stalker. A bit of a...
It will be interesting to see how this turns out. Even though we don't have the pick ban analysis, I do think we can probably figure out a couple of things. One is that probably that the Silencer was picked fairly late in the phase, which I do think is a great decision. Works very well against the Earthshaker, completely disables his chain stunning. And also even against the Night Stalker and the Chaos Knight. I mean, the Chaos Knight can stun, but then he can't blink in, thus wasting some of the stun time. Or he can blink in, but then he can't stun. Even with the Night Stalker as well, with his Void and Fear, he basically has to choose between one or both of them, which should allow that Panda to get off his ult during the mid-game team fights.
So do you think that Silencer is going to become a more common pick to that common anti-pick to that Earthshaker? And looking in the middle, we have a lot of harass going on from Silencer, who has picked his Orb skill, surprisingly, as his first skill. Normally you would want to pick Curse of the Silent or maybe Last Word. Maybe not so much Last Word this early on, but Curse of the Silent definitely is a very strong harassing spell. But already, that pure damage Orb has burnt through all of Night Stalker's restoratives. He's going to have to rely on Bottle Ferrying. But in the meantime, at the top, it's very even. We're looking at this farming Sven. He's got 5 creep kills, which is actually very good considering the time. And that AA, he's doing a fantastic job of pushing away that normally superior farming. Well, very good job canceling the salve there. Sorry, Windrunner. I forgot her name completely. The reason why is her power shot is a very long distance harass, but at the same time, that Cold Feet is really good at pushing heroes away once it's placed. Unless you want to be looking at a follow-up, maybe with a stun from the Sven, it could lead up to like about a 6-second disable very early on. So, yeah, she's going to have to watch out for that.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, we have the Chaos Knight, who's having a great game so far, 11 creep kills already. Meanwhile, Panda has just hit level 2. He's managed to see 3 creeps die.
Oh, he got one. Yeah, one. I'm sorry. How many creep kills he got?
No, that's one death. He's still sitting at 0-0 in terms of creep kills.
Oh, that is very sad. Panda does need a lot of farm, but he can be a monster if he gets it. If he can get, let's say, a Blink Dagger by the 16-minute mark or the 21-minute mark, he can be near unkillable with that ulti.
Well, that's
gonna
the
have to
thing, though.
rely on that
It
Night
isn't
Stalker
a
now.
complete tragedy if he doesn't get the farm, as long as he gets the levels. Because obviously he will still have that ult pretty much no matter what his items are.
Oh yeah,
Really, what his items determine is whether or not he lives after he pops that ult.
but the thing is, once you pop that ult, can you get in position to pop it correctly to do the damage to actively engage? I mean, I'm looking at the Scourge. Scourge should have the advantage in terms of team fight. You've got that AoE stun and a lot of follow up damage from that Sven. You've got Last Word coming in. Panda is a great team fighter. He can really kite the enemy and do a lot of damage. But the thing is, can they get in position? Can they make it into a team fight?
Well, the Sentinel team, Vinet, is actually kind of making it easy for them by picking up 3 melee heroes on their team, which I think probably led into the Sven pick. I do like it, particularly against the CK as well. He spawns his images, but then you've got an AoE stun for them all. You don't have to worry about picking out which is the right one, and it should take them all down as well.
Yeah, well, we'll be looking at that. In the meantime, wow, this Earthshaker been doing a little bit of jungle farming. You do want him to get some EXP, but he's got 4 clarity, so I am expecting him to roam a bit more. Hasted Crystal Maiden moving towards the mid lane. She's got a Smoke of Deceit, but I don't think she'll be able, she's not popping it, so she's not looking for a gank. Mid lane, Silencer really has it in the bag. Crystal Maiden is grabbing all those runes. Night Stalker unable to replenish. He must replenish his bottle by Bottle Crowing. And in the meantime, Silencer hasn't used a single harass. I'm sorry, a single one of his
Tangos?
Yes. No, he's used a single tango, but he hasn't used all his restorative nearly as much.
Cells.
21 to 8. That's the one. Goodness.
Yes.
You know that moment? I know what it's called. I know what it does. I just can't say it. 23 damage. That is pure damage. In terms of mana, it doesn't really cost so much. What do you think he's going to get for boots?
Well, there's something to be said for a lot of different ones. He doesn't really have much natural health regen in his item build, so Tranquils can work quite well on him. I think we're much more likely to see either Mana Boots or Treads. Both the Mana Boots because, well, it helps to support your team for a little bit more. Particularly that Sven would love to have someone pick up some Mana Boots and allow him to throw that second stun a little bit earlier. Or you can go the Treads for the attack speed. If he's picking up high levels of that orb and is starting to dominate the game that way, that will really pay off as well.
Okay, looks like Earthshaker is going to be moving towards the top lane, maybe to try and help out that Windrunner. Oh, the mid lane, no, nothing much. Just looking at it, AA is going to just usher him away. A stun goes off, it is Stormbolt, and I think at this moment he should be running away. No war cry, so that movement speed's a little bit low. He's probably conserving mana. Sven, great attack animation. He is my favorite hero to play. Very easy, especially for beginners. You can fit into many roles, but he does have that mana issue. So, looking at it, is he going to go for Ernie?
Meanwhile, bottom lane Panda might be going down. They are trying for it. There's a 3-second stun. That should be enough. That's the benefit of those early Mana Boots on the CK. Oh,
he's going to go clap. He's going to run. He's out of range, and there he dodges it. I think you're a little bit ahead. I'm at 8, 24, 26, 27.
I am ahead.
Okay, you just slow down at 31, 32, 33.
33, 34.
Yeah, that's perfect. I think I may be actually, if anything. In the mid lane, we got Crystal Maiden. Nobody's really pushing. They're content to farm, which I think with this Panda losing that farm, I don't know how well it's going to go. CK very good in the late game, but at the moment, what worries me the most is the Night Stalker is being completely dominated. He does not have, I would say, a necessary set of equipment to go ganking, and it is 6 minutes, 7 minutes. It is now nighttime. He doesn't get a kill at night, at least 1 or 2 kills. He is pretty much going to be useless for the rest of the game. He's a very momentum-based hero. He does need those kills. So yeah, Crystal Maiden isn't even in any danger. I don't see it. How it's gonna work out.
One thing I should mention
top lane
is that Crystal Maiden has just picked up the top lane.
Cold Feet goes off. But shackle shot on that AA, and he goes down to a power shot. This is not a good Sven. It's a 15-second cooldown on his stun, which is, I don't like it, but it's only really fair. Another power shot, another shackle shot, very, very nice, landed very well. Sven is very low. A stun right to Earthshaker's face. He's going to go around, as if going for a kill. Oh, I was hoping Crystal Maiden would just jump in and like clean up. I think a Nova and a Bite should do it. Nova, there it goes. Come on, a Bite, just a Bite. Oh, a Bite on the Windrunner, and no, that was a level 1 Bite. She has skilled Brilliance or level 2, so yeah, she's level 4. Yeah, that means there's only one Nova, one Bite, and oh, Night Stalker comes in there. He got that early kill. A Nova, another Bite, but she doesn't have any mana for it. Oh, that Night Stalker. Able to take advantage of the situation. Oh, but Cold Feet goes off. Is he going to go down? He's going to go down to a tower. Wow, that is very, very, very... Oh, and at the bottom, Chaos Knight is taking a lot of tower damage, but no, he's getting out just fine. That is very, very, very disruptive for the Sentinel side. They do need that Night Stalker to be doing his thing at night. Otherwise, really, I don't know, why do you pick him? He's a great early ganker. He can shut other people down, but if he's going to die, he really does lose his effectiveness around the 35-minute mark.
That is right. Although the Chaos Knight is farming exceptionally well. He's sitting at 44 creep kills. Oh, and by the way, it's great to be back. We did actually have the phone call cut out for a moment there.
Oh, did it?
It did.
Okay.
But thankfully...
I was talking to myself. Yeah, okay. At the top... Okay, we've got a huge team
we've got
fight.
a 4-second stun on the CK at the bottom lane, but he's just using it to run away. Crystal Maiden is chasing.
At the top, a Stormbolt goes off to kill that Witch Doctor. And, oh, a bit of a chase going on. Will they get Sven? He's running up. He's trying to juke. Oh, no, he is definitely going to go down. The question is, can he stun anybody? No, that is it. Night Stalker able to get another kill. Earthshaker was just going to come in for a good measure. At the bottom... Yep, Chaos Knight is really ready to go down, but he manages to take down, was that Crystal Maiden down with him?
Crystal Maiden, just before his death. What a great turnaround. He had 168 damage on that. She was obviously very, very low.
That Chaos Ball does do randomized damage. It can do quite a bit. And it was a 3 seconds, so I'm thinking it was level... What level is he? Oh, that Chaos Knight.
Well, it's at least level 3.
Yep,
I'd imagine that with his mana boots, he's probably chosen to max that by 7.
Is he going to go for Hood, do you think? Or I'm sorry, on the Chaos Knight, the Ring of Health, do you think he's going to go for Hood, or do you think he's going to go for Battle Fury, or maybe a Vanguard? Do you think he needs some more tanking?
I think it should either be a Battle Fury or a Vanguard. I don't think that there's enough magical damage to warrant a Hood.
Claymore!
I admit I would prefer a Vanguard, I think. There's a fair amount of physical DPS. And just the extra...
Oh, look, that looks like that Silencer's going to be TPing out, but will he be able to do it? He silenced everybody with last words and make sure he could get that TP out. I just want to talk about this Claymore on the Sven. If he's going to go... I don't think he's going to go for a Lothar's Edge, which means he's probably going to go for a Battle Fury, but usually you get a Perseverance first, especially for that mana regen. So I
agree. I think the fact that he's gone for the Claymore first, I think it is a Lothars. I really do.
Okay, so he's going to go get in position. It's very, very good. You can get it instead of Blink. That middle tower is going to go down. No one's going to come to its defense. Wow, that is 500 gold going. And Panda comes in. I think this is a mistake. I don't think Panda can take him. But no, he seems to be running. Level 7
he can with 9. The ult. He's only got 170 mana now, though. So he's got a clap or an ult.
That pure damage is doing a lot, just running right through that. Right through that Night Stalker. Is it actually going to be a Claymore? Well, okay, there's no real bad items you can get on a Sven. He's very, very versatile hero. Bottom tower is going to go down. This could be huge. That is a 1,000 gold advantage. 11 minutes in, that cannot be reclaimed. What's more, the Sentinel is 8-3, and Deperruku, you know, my favorite team, picking Sven, picking Silencer, is looking to be in a lot of trouble. And they're buying Claymore for Sven. I don't agree with it. But whatever. Whatever.
I totally agree with you that they are in trouble and the game is not going their way. They've managed to win middle lane and they are meanwhile taking down that middle tower. But most unfortunately, they lost bottom, which meant that Chaos Knight got very, very farmed. Meant that Night Stalker didn't have to worry about bottom, could run up top, get a few kills. And that's really where they're having those issues coming from. Yep,
and in case you guys are new watchers, my view on Chaos Knight as a late game carry, he is a very, very viable late game carry. He has two very, very strong disables, that Chaos Bolt as well as that Reality.
Meanwhile, it's about to get a kill on the
Yep.
silencer, and bottom lane 3 seconds stun. The reality, rift in.
When he reality rifts, all him and his
He does have mana
illusions
for
get
another stun, which will be coming off cooldown very shortly. There we are.
played very well. All he has is a ring of health and that urn, but that was enough, as well as those mana boots, which are doing wonders for him. He is a very, very strong late game hero. In fact, I don't think he's going to be... I'm not sure if he's going to be upgrading to a Perseverance or to a Vanguard anytime soon, because he's getting those kills. He doesn't really need anything now, could say, for a big item.
I agree. I do think that, yes, leaving that ring of health, you don't necessarily need... Oh, Sven is fissured on the wrong side.
And he gets shackle shotted. This could be big. Big ultimate goes off from AA, who goes down. God's strength come up. Go in. Go in. Go big. Come on. You're going to go down. Why is he running? Why is he running? Get it.
He's running because he's got 70 health. He's dodging in the trees. See him.
He got shackle shotted.
And then he gets shackled.
Oh, that panda doing a lot of work, but not enough. Also going to go down. That is almost a team... Oh, that did not go well at all for Deperruku. It looks like they were winning there for a second, but, you know, you're Sven. You've got a lot of strength. You're a strength hero. Just run in, do your damage. There was no way he could have gotten out of there alive unless everybody was dead, so he might as well have just done his hits. I don't know. It looks like the Silencer's going to have to be the one to carry. He's going to go for Hand of Midas, is it? Gloves of Haste. Not really sure what he's going to go for.
It could be a Midas, or an Mjolnir.
That attack speed, I don't think you need it because you can be doing an... Well, okay, maybe not.
It's...
Yeah, a great farming item is that Maelstrom.
Say a Yules or a 4-star for...
Oh, yes, that's right, Yules. Sorry. No, but normally you wouldn't get that Gloves of Haste first. He's going to go down. He's going to TP out. He's silence using his ultimate Global Silence. Oh, it just came off. Very long TP. Earthshaker ulti for just to stop that TP. He's getting a lot of kills. This is not going Deperruku's way at all. Really very one-sided. What if you were Deperruku? What would you be doing? How would you be ordering them to come? How would you be making a comeback? Essentially.
Really, I think at the moment you've got to actually just play a little bit more safe. They've pushed all 3 of your outer towers, which means that you can. That's bad, and you don't want it to happen. But if it does happen, then you can sort of use it to help set up a more of a defensive perimeter. Meanwhile, they are ganking off the Windrunner in middle lane there, which will help. But really, that's what they need to do. They need to turtle for a few more levels. They're sitting at 9, 8, 7, 6, 10. Doesn't particularly matter which heroes. They all have their odds now, which is the main thing.
Yep.
But if they get to level 11, then it becomes a lot more... They become a lot more effective.
Well, Pandaren has just is going for a Django apparently. Looks like Chaos Knight is has already upgraded his Vanguard. He got a 4-second stun, but he's not going to do anything. He realized he can't do the follow up. Looks like the Night Stalker is going to be going for a an Aghanim. He's already got that point booster. He has phase boots. He is going to be a very, very strong hacker. He's just waiting for Night, and he's definitely going to try and get some solo kills. In the meantime, this low-third Sven doing his work, I guess, since he got that kill on that Windrunner. Very effective.
By the way, that Night Stalker just picked up one of his first runes in the game, but didn't have his bottle on him because he's too busy bottle crowing because he didn't expect to get it.
Oh yeah, the illusion. Goodness. Well, in terms of mana, he's looking all right. It's really when Night comes that he's going to be wanting to snatch those runes. This is a very, not very well farmed Sven. He's got, what is his 65? Okay, that's better than anything I'll ever do. But still, if you're going to go for a farming Sven, you're going to need to make sure you get that farming Sven. Otherwise, it is a lot of investment on a character who does need a little bit of gold to be worthwhile and to be effective. So,
no, I think he's not doing too badly. He is actually third hard in the game.
His God Strength allows him a lot of damage without many items, but the thing is, he's very easily countered. He's a melee hero. He does need attack speed, Mask of Madness. He does need mobility, chasing power. He's very good, very easy to use, but he can be easily countered. That's like, if you're gonna make him farm, especially in the pro scene, you do need to pay off. There's a huge team fight going off, a big AA ulti. Witch Doctor looks like he's going to shatter. No, he brings up his healing. That Earthshaker goes down. Oh, well, we got a Windrunner in the air. Is that Witch Doctor going to go down? He looks like he'll be fine. Oh, didn't shatter at all. Windrunner getting hit by a Storm Bolt, very, very strong 2-second stun. It is a 15-second cooldown, as I said, but it does 300 damage at level, sorry, 320 damage, I'm not mistaken, level 4. AA goes down, Chaos Knight coming in,
melted the AA.
He's going to need to Lothar. On a 4-second stun, he is going down despite a ton of health. And that Panda, what? Ooh, Crystal Maiden coming in, try and save. Another Reality Rift, that does a lot of damage. Everybody gets, once again, that hit. Drunken Brawler saved his life. Oh, big ultimate. Chaos Knight manages to get another kill. If Panda had just run away, he may not have. He tried to go in for another kill. ALT hits nothing, and everyone's going to get out just fine unless they get really greedy. Panda coming in. Did he buy back? Yeah, bought back. He's looking for that Chaos Knight. He's going to get another hit. Yeah, and that Chaos Knight is going to go down, dropping 465 gold from that unstoppable streak, but not yet. That Silencer is going towards the top, and he stops there, I think. What happened? He just stopped carrying.
Nightstalker, meanwhile, almost gets taken out by neutrals, running past at 170 health,
scroll.
smacked by that Centaur.
And, yep, that, wow, I don't think this is the right choice, but it looks like Silencer's going to go for a Hand of Midas. A very late game item. 190 gold every 100 seconds plus 30, I believe, attack speed. That means in about 16 minutes you gain back your original investment, and then after that, every 16 minutes you get...
Let's talk about 16 minutes from now. That's at 36, 37 minutes into the game, so let's say 40 minutes. Do you really want to still be in the game against Nightstalker and Chaos Knight 40 minutes into the game? No, you really, really don't.
Well, the thing is...
It's playing for a late game that you don't want it to get to, and that's my problem with.
I would say yes, except for the fact that Silencer does do pure damage. We can't discount that fact. So no matter how much armor you've got, no matter how thick you are, how tanky you are, you've got a pure damage Silencer there. I mean...
Yeah, but
if you get some intel items, he can do a ton of damage. You know, that he shouldn't be counted out. I mean, is he a great late game hero? I have no idea.
Maybe will stop that damage, which I do expect both the Nightstalker and the Chaos Knight to get. Chaos Knight already has his Ogre Axe. Whether or not he will make that BKB now or make that into a Sange and then the BKB later, we'll find out.
Once again, it's gonna come down to, will this be a team fight or will it be a gank? But at the moment, I don't think the Scourge can win either. It is 18-9. They're the towers. They're 2 towers down in terms of disadvantage. It's nighttime, so Nightstalker. You know, Nightstalker is going to be doing his thing. That Panda is not equipped for survival. He hasn't even got his Django yet. They're very, very much behind. If I were Sven, I'd be, I don't know, land shop on fire or something. Smoke gank coming up, and they're going to catch that Panda. Stun, Reality Rift, then stun. Ultimate's going to go off those Phantasms. Strongest illusions in the game. Panda just melts. Oh, just
That was some great chain stunning there by the Sentinel team to make sure that Panda didn't get his ult off.
And without that Panda ult, the Scourge definitely does not have a single chance of winning a team fight. Reality Rift on a Crystal Maiden. 4-second stun, power shot to finish her off.
Yes, it's...
Oh, Deperruku! Deperruku! What did you do?
It hurts. I like Deperruku. I don't like seeing this.
Lost on that Rogue Knight. I don't like seeing Rogue Knight so
and then
dominated.
Another shackle?
That was just to add insult to injury. He has to Lothar's Edge just to get out of there. Yeah, so, if you were Deperruku, captain of Deperruku, what would you do? Is the question.
Well, I would suggest doing what they just did, which was take down Roche. You know, put their Aegis on the CK, and then try and retreat back to the tower. And it just didn't work. I think the problem is that things aren't going to get better either. In that they're against a team that scales exceptionally well. There isn't a single hero that scales poorly into the late game. Where,
and they're going to go for.
I think you can kind of make the case that AA does scale fairly poorly.
Well, his
despite
ultimate
his
is percentage
shatter effect
base.
being worth more.
Oh goodness! And look at okay, a vid booster. Why would you get a vid booster? I mean, they're obviously going for the survivability, which you do need. You know, if you want that last word to last. But at this point, I would be going for a lot of intel items. You don't need survivability. You don't need a tank. You have a Sven, who admittedly not that tanky, but you're gonna just need the DPS and 51. You know, pure damage is it's pretty good, but you know I'm gonna be looking at 100 or something, somewhere thereabouts. And the pure damage is, by the way, decided 75% of the intelligence of the hero. So you know I would be just buying a ton of intel items. You know, forget the tankiness. I'd have to trust my teammates to keep me alive. If that vid booster, I think, like, what do you think he's gonna get? It's a bit too late for a Vanguard. I'd say 23 minutes in to start trying to get a Vanguard.
I think the vid booster, it's either a poor buy or a miss buy. He may have perhaps wanted to get a point booster. You can possibly make that into an Agnum's late game, and it's useful just by itself. The vid booster can either go into a 25-minute Vanguard, which is just horrible
Or a
in all
heart.
senses of the word, or it can go into a soul booster and into a possible bloodstone, which again isn't that great on Silencer because you just don't need the mana
Yeah,
regen.
I prefer having a hex, and I'd say the Scourge team needs a hex. Look at this, come on, you're gonna definitely want to hex that Chaos Knight. You're gonna definitely want to hex that. Now has a gem. Oh my goodness, Sven just is. He didn't even put up a fight. He put on his God Strength. Panda has to pop his ulti, but it's not gonna do anything. Who's gonna target? Reality Rift goes off. 3 seconds onto that Crystal Maiden. She is going down. These team fights are absolutely dominated. But Deperruku's not giving up. And since they have a Sven, my favorite hero, I'm going to guess they're going to win. And look at that Chaos Knight. Is he going to go down? Yes, he does
No.
go down. To a clap. But that Panda is going to pay for it with his life. To 3 support heroes. Well, he has his Django. See, that's the power of Django. Get Django, get a wing. But no. Night Stalker comes in. Finishes up.
So unfortunately, the Vinet calling for the save. So it appears that we have a new champion in Indonesian Dota.
Very, very, very strong team, Vinet. Not to be underestimated. They line up very, very strong. What do you think that Deperruku could have done maybe to win this game? Because I don't think it was lost. Definitely not early on. I mean, if anything, I
No,
think the Squirts lineup is superior because they picked Sven, and amongst other things.
what I think the problem was their laning. Um, they decided to support the Sven at top and leave the Panda to be dominated in his lane. If they decided to have that the AA with the Crystal Maiden and the Panda at bottom lane run the tri lane against the tri lane, then I think it would have worked out a lot better. Yes, you are delaying the level 6 on your Panda. You focus much more on the early game. But between the Crystal Maidens, Freeze Bite, and Frost Nova, it will set in a lot more of the AA's stuns. And you're automatically going to nerf a lot of Chaos Knight's farm. Just because it's going to be so dangerous for him to run in and get creep kills. So I think it was that laning decision. They tried to support the Sven over the Panda, and the Sven got a Lothars and couldn't carry with it.
Wow, look at the Silencer's items. It's a Rod of Atos. You don't see that normally. It's a very new item. Very, very good. It's a 4-second, 50% slow. The skill is known as Cripple. And I don't think it's what they need, though.
Actually, no, I disagree. I think that's actually great. Particularly against the Night Stalker, even the Windrunner or the Chaos Knight. And you know what makes it great? You can put it on the enemy heroes, and then you can run away, which is exactly what Deperruku needs right now.
I don't think that's what you'd be... I mean, if you want to do that, I'm not so sure if that's what you... Like, because Ghost Scepter also fulfills the property. I guess you wouldn't want to be getting a Ghost Scepter on a Silencer, but I don't know. I'm looking for a way to, like, you know, if you can take, let's say, that Night Stalker out of the team fight with a Hex without using a Hex, like some sort of stun or something... Maybe. Well, I guess.
I do think it is really quite helpful. Both the Night Stalker and the Chaos Knight are very, very fast heroes, and their mobility means a lot to them. If they can't get in range, then they can't hit. So the Rod of Atos there, is brilliant in that regard. It will allow them to pick up ganking kills that they might otherwise miss by slowing down that hero. It
Well,
can also
AA goes
couple
down
with
to two
Panda's
supports.
Drunken Haze as a slow. I actually do like that item choice. I think that's quite good.
Well, we're gonna have to see that. AA just got cut out. There is not even under ward coverage. He just got found out. That Night Stalker has got the gem for one hero, which is that um, Lothar's Edge Sven, and that makes the Lothar's Edge just a completely terrible investment. All he's got is Powered Treads and a Bracer, which I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna check out this player's name real fast. Y2K. Okay, I'm not gonna bad Y2K because he's a infinitely better player than me. But if you're gonna be playing Sven and you're gonna get farmed by this stage of the game, that really does not cut it at all. That is not what you need. You won't be able to get
Oh,
any kills.
and they're about to take down Deperruku's last ward, which Doctor went to hit it before Night Stalker ran out of range. Because with that gem and his Agnum's upgrade, Deperruku have
No
no map
fun.
vision and they can't get any. Meanwhile, Silencer and Sven are going to go down.
Maybe not.
Lothar's
Oh,
edge, but he's still going to go down to that Witch Doctor auto attack. Meanwhile, everyone else just retreating back to the fountain.
I think it's a good. I like Deperruku. They fought till the end. You know, they had fun with it.
Yeah,
Not like that was at Skynet or Invade. It was Skynet, I think, who rage quit in our first cast. That one I think was a bit of a bit bad manners, bit bad mannered.
it was a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of split on the whole decision as to whether or not um, esports as a whole should encourage earlier games. I mean, if you think about it, you're not going to see, say, a football team who's down 100 points quitting out early because they know it's not exactly going to end well. But at the same time, allowing that does mean that there are more games and more competition. So I don't know really what would be the best way to handle those sort of things.
Wow, oh my goodness, the scourge their team just goes down, and I just realized how long. I don't think that I think he just picked up his last word. I'm gonna be frank. The silencer.
No, it
He
is
picked up
about
the
a
lead?
2 second or so silence afterwards, so he does have that maxed, I think.
Okay. Anyway, it didn't help. Yeah. So
Yes.
I think we're looking at the last vestiges, the twitches of the corpse. That is this game. I'm just gonna take a look real quick. Mechanism up on that witch doctor. We have. What do you think this Windrunner was gonna go for? Staff of Wizardry,
Um,
Robe of Magi,
well, she's got the Mantle of Intelligence. It's probably for a Dagon.
until the.
Either that or stuff or anything. It all would have worked. So that's really quite the result. Because Deperruku is one of the more premier big name Indonesian teams, especially in terms of, people like to go on about Southeast Asian Dota. Well, you don't get much more Southeast Asian than Indonesia.
Yep, and they're one of the few teams still in Dota 1, which I'm very glad for because it allows us to get more plays. Really, only the Filipino scene, a few Malaysian teams, some Vietnamese teams, some Indonesian teams. Most of the pro teams have moved to Dota 2, which is a shame because Dota 1, I think, is obviously the superior game because there are 108 heroes here. But
But will you still say it's the superior game when all heroes are introduced?
I don't think I can because the graphics are better and it's essentially the same game. Oh, he used a force staff to escape that AA alt. Ah, what great play. What great play from that Earthshaker. But yeah, I'll probably say it is the superior game. Dota 1's superior game until I actually get Dota 2. And I will be playing a lot of
See,
that if I can. Depends on how college allows.
there is one difference between Dota 1 and Dota 2 that I really, really do not like.
What is it? The bugs. Or...
I used to win a lot more in Dota 1.
It just,
It's been a struggle just maintaining a positive win-loss ratio.
it's because of that
Uh,
matchmaking. It's like it ties you to people at your skill level or something. It makes the games fair or something. I
that
don't
is
know.
true. It was good.
I don't know like I found that playing Dota 1 back when I had a computer that could actually run it correctly, and I didn't have a Mac. I was playing like once you get to a certain level of skill, you can really own everybody because 90% of the people you play are noobs. So like you wouldn't have to get any proper items, and you can just play around. Uh,
Really, I think what it is the ability to last hit consistently.
yeah, if you can get farm, you can win, no matter what hero you are. That's pretty much it. Just get more farm than everybody else, which is a bit easier said than
Hey,
done.
any hero can carry.
Okay, anyway,
But unfortunately, in this game, Sven and Sansa could not.
no, could not carry it. There is another Sven game, but not sure if we'll cast that one. Anyway, so any last words?
No, thank you for watching.
Okay, okay, yep. Thank you for watching. This is ScreenguardGuy.
And Jack Attack signing out.
Okay, stay thirsty, my friends.